I want to speak about the unity of Nigeria. We can all keep quiet and assume peace, or we can confront the situation to establish peace. If we are to coexist as a nation that's rich in diversity, if we're to coexist, there's a necessity that a certain level of repose is expected both of me and of you, where I do not play God over you. I do not suppose. For example, on radio, someone has called a show. I think he's atheist, and he said something denigrating about Jesus. He said something very denigrating about Jesus, and I can't imagine Christians in the street looking for him. that would be something. I can't imagine that. So it wouldn't be right for me to play God over you. Would it be right for you to play God over me, where I determine, for example, what blasphemy is? So in order for us to achieve uniformity of a singular vision in this nation, in order to foster peace and collective unity, something has to happen. And I'm hoping that today on the show we can speak about what must happen to establish, to correct whatever errors might lie in ideologies, in order for us to not make this an animal farm of some sort, where everybody's out there dictating what the law is and picking up another Nigerian and killing them in the streets.
So on the part of the government, like federal, state, and that level, I think they need to prosecute these people that perpetrate these acts, right?
Yeah.
Because it seems as though nobody's ever been brought to justice for mob mentality, or not enough people. I don't use the word never. Not enough people have been brought to justice for mob mentality and jungle justice. But if we consistently do that, then people realize that you can't just because somebody says something or does something and you become a law unto yourself and think you'll get away with it. So until that is done on that level, and then in particular for Islam, because I spent the weekend watching a lot of videos, the leaders, if you notice that there's been a lot of radio silence from a lot of the Islamic scholars in Nigeria. It's because nobody wants to get that backlash. And I spent a lot of videos watching from other countries, and I realized it's the same thing, like Pakistan, where it happens often. They don't want the backlash from the, I guess you call them mob. But if people begin to speak more and say this is not what is done,
maybe we're not necessarily mob. This is a faith. This is encoded in a religious ideology.
Actually, it's not. That's the thing. It's not. So what is encoded in the ideology is that it's the court, not the people. If they say something you don't agree with, in any of the books, it says that you take them to the court, whether it's the Sharia law or the law of the land. You don't take it onto yourself.
The Christians, they are not standing up for themselves. That is why this thing will take place. It will just go like that, as if nothing happened. If the Christians stand up for themselves, that this thing cannot continue like this. You know, the way we live our life, if God said he wants to be killing us, no one will remain, because we insult our God every day. So God still have mercy upon us. If they say there is love in that Quran, even though somebody speak against your God or who you believe on, you have no right to take that person's life.
So what needs to happen?
The Christian.
Okay.
It's the Christian that allow these things to continue to happen to them until their leader stands. Say this thing cannot continue to happen to us. He will not stop. Because those people who are coming out to speak against him, inside them, they are happy. That's why this thing cannot stop.
Yeah, so come to the southwest, yes, and you hear all these ustaz, sheikhs. You will see them shouting, talking about our traditional religion, talking ill about our traditional religion, our idols, Shango, Ogun. Come to the churches. I'll be hearing Babalawo power, powerless power, Jesus power, super power, and you've never seen the traditionalists put anybody to fire or kill anybody. They go about their business. They know you come to them in secret, but you go to church and mosque in public. So they don't have a problem with you. So okay. I think these northerners, I think the problem is illiteracy and also the influx of radical Islam. Please, let me tell you something. There's a difference between moderate Islam and radical Islam. We practice moderate Islam here in the South. Over there, radical Islam mixed with illiteracy is killing them over there. And that's why they will continue to disgrace that beautiful religion. So they need education.
So you think that the government needs to afford them more education and readdress some social...
Like what Jonathan did during his time, trying to mix Islam with Amajiri, which they rejected. They said he's from a kafiri. He's from a kafirun. They can't attend such school. The ulamas in the north condemned that move. He tried his best. But they said he was from a kafirun. He's not from an unbeliever. They should not go to such school.
Oh, I was just about to ask you what that was.
Oh, yeah, unbeliever. That's what they call kafirun. Maybe it was Buhari that tried to create the idea. Maybe they will accept it. But because it was from Jonathan, he's the kafirun, an unbeliever.
Okay.
So they didn't go.
So people are saying, let Nigeria be divided, or maybe let the North rule the North and the South rule the South. See, it's not still going to work. As I'm talking to you, I am from the North and I'm a Christian. And this thing happen also. So are you telling me that if they are ruling me, if I say it also and they still kill me, it means because I'm from the North, it should happen to me? It's not done like that. The only thing is time. Go, preach to these people. It's still this same imam that go out there and preach to people and tell them, this thing is like this, like this. You still call them back as a government. Tell them, go back and preach to these people. Tell them it is wrongly done. Like, even Jesus Christ himself, they know so we should die for him. He died for us, not we dying for him. So why are you killing your fellow human being?
Oh, you think the government should educate them? You think education is them?
Educate them and tell them, since they were being taught the wrong thing, go back and tell them, Imam, tell them, preach to them. What you are doing now is the wrong thing. Come back, this is the right thing. Stop using the religion as something to like, this is the right thing, and you kill people, innocent people. So there's nothing in there, but call them. There's nothing like division, divide, or whatever. As I said before, I'm from the North, so you can't tell me if I say they should kill me, it's normal. It's not.
Even one of Buhari's media aide, Bashir Ahmad, as of 2015 tweeted that he's in support of death penalty for blasphemy.
Yeah.
The tweet is still there. So those coming out in support of this are educated people. They are exposed, they are lettered. So one could tell this is way beyond illiteracy. I used to believe that the level of violence over there probably was caused because of illiteracy. But I've been spending a year there, seeing the way things happened, one could tell it is an ideology, whether you are lettered or not. Those who are leading those congregations are educated. Most of those who are carrying out this they can't read the Quran. They go by what they are being taught in the mosque. So it is way beyond formal education, Joyce. Like I said, the saddest part is the death of this lady is going to be a mere start, like the one we've had in the past.
And
you said
to achieve this singularity in vision and purpose as Nigeria, that something must happen, because it's evident that they operate, particularly in this area of blasphemy, they operate under a different set of rules.
Yes.
So what must happen?
We were crying for restructuring. The political elite are trying to tell us we don't need restructuring. But the signs we have on the ground now shows that we have to restructure this country, Joyce, if we still want to be one Nigeria. Probably go back to regional government, whereby each region govern itself.
You see, not until they stop this their older than thou attitude, thinking that they know Islamic knowledge more than any other person. Because typically, they will not want to pray. You understand? You know, they will not want to pray at the back of somebody who is non-Hausa. Mostly, that thing has been established.
What?
I'm getting it.
No, wait, bring it back.
They don't see us as true Muslims.
Wait. Are you a Muslim?
Yes, I am.
So, a northern Muslim doesn't like to pray behind your back?
Yes, that has been established in so many instances. Ask people. Do you understand? Ask people. Yes, that thing is happening.
So what is it? Is it that they think that they have a higher pedigree, or that they're more...
That is why I said it is this holier than thou attitude, thinking that, you know, they practice Islam better than any other person. That's spiritual arrogance. Yes, it's spiritual arrogance now. You know, you see, they can misinterpret, you know, verses of the Quran just to suit their purpose. You know, it happens in Christendom too, that you just see a particular pastor misinterpreting a verse of the Bible, and you now see some knowledgeable ones correcting him that no, that thing is wrong. It's not okay. So it is the same way it happens in Islam. I getting it. So they misinterpret a lot, and coupled with their illiteracy. It's part of it. So
yeah, you keep saying this illiteracy thing. Have you heard educational people who are educated validate what? Yeah, the people who are
illiterate now. We have educated illiterates. Yes, it's a common saying that we have educated illiterates.
Okay.
The fact that you went through the formal process doesn't.
So, is there anything the government can do? Because we have to coexist. I mean, I have to live with the Hausa man or Hausa woman or both.
Well, not until
they
not
have
until
to live with me.
Not until we have the right leadership.
All right.
Are you getting it? Yeah, not until we have the right leadership. If you don't have the right leadership, this barbaric act will just continue for only God knows time.